3 quilts in 3 weeks, can I do it? Let's find out my progress later on in today's episode. G'day, my name is Sean and this is my weekly update where I share my quilting adventures. Come see what I've been working on, what I've completed, and all the other fun and exciting news. Let's go ahead and get started with my works in progress. The first thing I want to show you is some progress on the Corgi, which is part of the Dog Park pattern by Elizabeth Hartman. Last week we showed you the head and the ears of the little Corgi, and who doesn't love this little smile here, right? No, I definitely do. And we did a little bit more progress. We put the chest part of the dog on here as well. Not a whole lot of progress, but progress is progress, and hopefully next week we'll be able to show you a lot more progress on this block here as well. Last week I was live with my friend Katie over at Grandland Quilter, and we worked on the courthouse steps, which is a pattern by It's So Emma, and I made 3 different blocks during this time. The first one is these beautiful cafe facet fabrics, which is the same colorway I'm using for the Flamingo Puzzle Mystery Quilt by Cotton Cuts. So I think this one turned out really nicely. And then I had some beautiful green fabrics laying around, and I thought they'd look really nice together, and this is the end result here. And then I just found some random batiks scraps laying around, and this one here is the result here as well. So this is just a fun project where you can learn FPP and just use whatever scraps you have laying around, because all you need is 1.5-inch strips of varying lengths. And then yesterday I went ahead and made some of the candy pieces, which is some of the side pieces on the Halloweenies pattern by Artie's Quilting Co. And I had a lot of fun doing this. I was able to use some of the scrap pieces from the pastel quilt, which will show you an update later on in the episode. And then here is the result for this. So we've got this one lovely purple, green, and orange. I think these pastel colors look really cool for candy. Let me know what you think. Well, we have a lot more stuff to show you later on in the episode. But before we do that, let's go ahead and show you a week in review. And if you're new to the channel, this is a series of clips I take during the week, mostly of me sewing, but also of any adventures we get up to. So I hope you enjoy. Last week I asked everybody if they do any Christmas sewing and when do they start. It was fun reading all the responses. Some of you have already started, some of you leave it to the last minute like I do, and some of you don't do a whole lot of Christmas sewing because everyone in their family already has enough handmade gifts. So thank you for telling me all that wonderful information. It's always fun to read your comments, and I reply to them as quickly as I can. This week I thought it'd be interesting to ask you, if you look at your stash right now, what color is the most predominant there? And I looked through my stash after thinking up this question, and I can't see one particular color that stands out. I thought it'd be pink or purple, but not really. I do know orange is definitely my least favorite, so yeah, let's ask that as well. What is the most common color in your stash, and maybe what's the least? Let me know in the comments. Earlier in the episode, I mentioned I had 3 quilts to do in 3 weeks, and that is the pastel quilt, the pink quilt, and the state fair quilt. And so we'll show you progress on the pastel quilt later on in the episode. I'm happy to say that that one's actually done. So 1 out of 3 is done. I've got 2 weeks left to go. So my goals for next week are doing the pastel quilt, and maybe you can get some more progress done on the state fair quilt. So far we're doing so good in those goals. And I'd also like to get some progress done on a couple other projects here and there as well. What are your goals for this week? Now it is time for our news and events, and we had a couple of events over the last week. First up was my live over at Katie's channel, and we put together these blocks that I showed you a little earlier in the episode. That was a lot of fun. If you missed that, duck over to Katie's channel, take a look, and let her know that I sent you over as well. I also released a time-lapse of Clue 7 of the Puzzle Mystery Quilt by Cotton Cuts, where we made this beautiful block. Well, I'll show you the complete block in that video there. I'm not going to give too much away as well, so go check that out. It's a lot of fun. And then yesterday morning I had my friend Adam from Adam Sews come join me. It was the first time he was on the channel. It was a wonderful time having him join us. We had a great conversation. You're definitely going to need to go check out the replay if you haven't watched it already. That's where we made this beautiful candy block here as well. This upcoming week I will have my friend Stephen from The Idiot Quilt to join me. He changed his channel name recently from Bland Designs and The Idiot Quilt to just The Idiot Quilt, so I'm still getting used to that. So he'll be joining me there as well. You don't want to miss that. And maybe we'll throw out a bonus video as well if we have time. As many of you know, I host an online guild, and the next meeting will be tonight at 8 p.m. So set your calendars for that. And if you're new and wondering what this guild thing is, it's just a group of people that come together once a month. We do a lot of show and tell. So if you'd like to join us, it is free of charge. There is no charge ever. And you can just come join us. We do a couple of guild challenges a year, mostly show and tell, and it's just a fun group of people that get together that love quilting. So if you're interested in joining us, we'd love to have you. Come over to our Discord server. All the information is in the description, but if you need help, please reach out. I'd be more than happy to help you. Hope to see you there. And now I'm excited to be able to share with you a couple of completed projects, and the first ones I want to show you is some cushion covers. My wife had this idea the other day that it would be fun to redecorate some of our cushions in the house, and asked me how hard it would be. I've never done this before, so I went online, found a quick video on how to do it, and a little bit later I had this beautiful completed cushion cover. And so this is the first one here, and there's no zipper or anything else like that. It's just overlap fabric, and all you have to do is open it up, shove the pillow in, and away you go. It's a really easy pattern. Maybe I'll show a tutorial out in the near future. So this is for obviously all different baseballs. And then I actually got to use one of my yummy fabrics that I've been sitting around waiting around forever to use something beautiful for. And I wanted something big that actually showcased the fabric, and this obviously fit the bill quite nicely. So this is it here. This one's not quite as snug as the other one there. I'll have to play with this maybe a little bit. Maybe I made it too big. But it's all the Major League Baseball teams, and again on the back it's the same way here as well. All you have to do is open it up and shove your pillow in. So that one turned out really nicely as well. And that's a fun project. Basically all you need is half a yard of fabric, and you just sew around the edges and do a couple other things, and it's all done. Super quick and easy. And then the other thing I want to show you is the completed pastel quilt. I've been quilting and binding this over the last week, and it's finally done. I used the same fabric for the binding as I did for the background, and so I think it turned out really nicely. And then I'll show you a little bit of the backing there. And the nice thing is I was able to use white fabric for this, not white fabric, white thread for this, so it was really, really easy as well. I'm going to put a picture up here of the quilt sitting on the bed as well, so that way you kind of get an idea of how it looks. I think it turned out really nicely. Let me know what you think. Anyway, that is it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I'd love you to hit that like button. It helps me out immensely. Tell a friend, and I always love hearing comments from my viewers. I hope you all have a great day. Happy sewing, and we'll see you next time. Bye.